Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, blessed Wednesday morning to you, one and all. Yet another morning with another word of encouragement from my personal life, my testimony, my regaining my momentum. Amen. Amen. So, I want to give a short testimony. I won't make it long. And it's about, I want to speak from when I used to be a child growing up. Now, many persons living in my community, they would have. But before I get into that, please subscribe to the channel. Please share and like the video. Alright? Yes, so that's out of the way. Let me introduce myself officially again. So, I'm a mother of 3 and I live in Jamaica. And this these videos are targeted to single mothers and also persons who may find themselves in situations where your life is not channeling in the direction where you would have wanted it to be. But in spite of that, as old time people used to say, once there's life there's hope. And so I want to help someone along in the process of me being healed and regaining restoration, building and developing self-confidence. Now I'm at the age of 40, and there is always this saying to say that at the age of 40 women tend to get a little agitated, because it's like they are saying from studies proven that women at the age of 40 are saying, hey, time is far spent, and now is the time for me to get my life together. Now is the time for me to, well, not now is the time for me to, I should have been already ahead. I should have been this, I should have been that, and all of that. But sometimes our past as the key to our future. And when I say this, I mean that a lot of us as women are being affected by things from our past. And not sometimes, in order for us to move past and to get to that level where we desire, we have to deal with the past. And so every now and again, even when you feel that you're going ahead, you're not really going ahead, and that's the truth. And I'm speaking from a personal perspective. When you feel like you're going ahead, you're not really and truly going ahead, because there are things from your past that are still blocking, they are still there, and they need to be dealt with. Now, how do you deal with these things? You have to identify first things first. What is it from my past that has been or is an hindrance to my future, to my way forward, right? And so you examine what it is. With us women, a lot of us, we don't like to speak about our past. We don't like to talk about the things that we have been through, the things that continuously affects us. The things that plagues our minds, and sometimes we don't even tell our children about it. which I've learned that, hey, your past, your mistakes, the things that you have been through, all of that, letting your children know, it can be of a lot of help to them. Trust me, it can set them on a path where they will be more aware, they will be more cognizant and conscious of where they go, who they associate themselves with, um, what they do, and it builds it will build their self confidence. And so, you know, all right, so let me get into it. As a child growing up, I had a very abusive um, past. When I said abusive, I mean like, I was sexually molested as a child. And over the years, I've always hid it. I've always hide it. I hide it from my mom. I hide it from a lot of persons who were around me, because I honestly don't know what was going through my head, why I didn't feel led or feel secured to say anything to anyone. I was scared, I was vulnerable, and I was being abused, and abused by persons who I knew. Abused by stepfather, abused by uncle, I was abused by cousins, you know. All these persons are close persons I was abused by. Um, People from my neighborhood that I would live in, where my mom used to have us to stay and so forth. So, and I was physically and verbally abused by these people. And so over the years, as I grew older, it has dampened, and it has played a part in my progression and my way forward. Because then, my mind has been tampered with. My my right to choose who I would give myself to, my right to choose, you know, what to do, what not to do, from a very early and tender age, it was tampered with. And so, as a result of that, growing up and, you know, trying to find myself, trying to recognize my purpose, what it is that I wanted to do, even as a career, as a person, going forward. I struggle with these things, and so I find myself doing multiple things. I've always been doing multiple things, and the things that I would venture off in, some of them surprise me. Some of them I'm like in awe to say, like, I didn't know that I had this in me. And this is all because of I wasn't given an opportunity to really be developed and to find that one thing that God has truly, and I say God because I'm a spiritual person, I believe in God, I love God, and even before I got baptized in 2012, I build and I surround my life with spiritual things. I believe in God. I believe there is a God. I believe that there is a supreme being and all of that. And the truth of the matter is, as I said, I won't be long, because I'll be giving you guys these testimonies and things in small snippets, so you won't get you. I don't want it to be long and drawn out, because I really want people to really take the time out to listen. So, when I do it in stride and snippets, as I do this one, it might interest you to want to watch another one. All right. Yes. So the truth of the matter is, I really found myself when I came to Christ. Not exactly the same time, but as I move in stride and take my time to grow and to know Christ more and more, I realized that, hey, I'm a purpose child. I was born for a purpose. I was born to do something. And so my interest over time grew, you know, immensely. My interest in knowing what I was created for, what I am about, it grew. And so I started off seeking God in, I think it was about 2014. I got baptized in 2012, and I still never find what it is. And then in, I think 2014, 2015, thereabout, I started, searching. But as I said, I am going slow on this one because there's a lot more for me to say, in terms of my childhood, the persons that molested me, and how I dealt with it, and how I am dealing with it even now. And so I really, I'm feeling led to really discuss this at this time. I once had a channel before now where I spoke about all of this, but I can't remember the channel because at the time I had lost my the account number to actually monitor the channel and to go in and so forth. So I didn't remember my account number, and so that channel, it's just totally discarded. But yes, guys, so I am going to make this video, like, this is about 12 minutes too long, but in the next video I will go a little more in depth. I will give a little more detail to let you guys understand and to know where I'm coming from. So until next time, love you, have a blessed and a productive day. If you watch this video in the day, have a blessed day. If you watch it in the night, in the afternoon, whichever time, have yourself a blessed one. I hope you enjoy. I hope it interests you, and it interests you to the point where you will want to watch the next one. So until that time, love you. Please remember to like, to share, to comment, and to subscribe.